social media world. You got the Chris and Lee people's here to answer your questions about real estate.
YouTube is live.
YouTube is here too. Instagram
is live.
I'll do Lee's thing. We have TikTok. We have Instagram. We have Facebook. We have
you gonna start
YouTube.
like that?
We have a TV.
You're gonna
we
start
have
like
a microphone.
That. Why do you sound like Marty McFly's?
We have coffee.
You sound like what was his name from Marty McFly? He was the professor.
Oh, Doc?
Yeah, Doc. You sound like Doc.
What are some of the words that Doc said?
I don't know. Doc's like great
Scott. Yeah, great Scott. Marty McFly, you're gonna be erased from history.
Erased from history.
Those are our peeps, man.
I get it. We gotta
talk
talk about our people. So we
we
got some new stuff to talk about today. Fed's talking in just a little bit.
Oh, I got some beef, man.
Oh, tell me the
Got
beef.
some real beef.
Don't bullshit though.
And
Give me
know
the real shit.
Our millions and millions of fans gotta let us know.
Millions of fans.
What's going on with this
Millions. We got some. I don't know.
So while you're doing that, millions and millions of fans, I got a question and I need an answer if you guys are dealing with the same BS that I'm dealing with. Talk to text on iPhone.
Okay.
Garbage.
Why you say that?
The most recent update, it doesn't pick up the words like it used to. It used to be pretty darn good. It used to pick up words that were, and it would learn. Now it's just putting in BS. It's not even clear.
Straight BS.
Is anyone else experiences in this, or is it just me?
Straight BS,
I'm very upset with the most recent iPhone update, and I forgot to do some extra steps on this guy.
Oh, dude, you're not on D&D. We're gonna try and give everybody how to buy the house in 2024. But there's some interesting stuff that's happening, and some dirty birdie stuff. Some stuff that's going on with builders. Dirty. And working against the client, but the client doesn't even know. And we're dealing with it right now.
Yeah, man, these builders are
So
notorious
pull the rates.
for
What are the
that.
rates looking at?
Builders are notorious for this, guys. It's a profit deal.
What?
It's about making the most amount of money possible on you guys.
Well, we're going to tell you a little bit how, one, to increase your credit score, two, how to shop your lender, how to find out whether or not you got a good lender. All the lenders are going to say they're great, but we're going to give you the actual mechanisms and catches to find out if you have a good lender. And a lot of it, they capitalize on the naivety of the average person, because if you're a direct lender, they're going to say, hey, we're a direct lender. We lend directly as a bank, which is not entirely a lie. It's kind of true, but not all the way true. The brokers are going to go, hey, we get to broker to everybody so we can get you the best deal, which is kind of true, but not all the way true. There's bullshit on both of those. So what we do is we give you the tools so that you can shop it and get it right. And you know what? Most LOs don't even know all these pieces. So we get a lot of loan officers, LO is loan officer. We get a lot of loan officers who come here to either learn from us and help with the public mind, the hive mind, if you will. And then we got some loan officers going to shoot at us. It's hilarious to have both of them. We love the ones that want to bring on board. I welcome the ones who want to shoot at us. Come on down. But in the meantime, we're helping you guys learn about the mortgage industry and how to get a client, how to get a house. How to get a house. So we need to know where you're at. We need the questions. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. And we are on YouTube. He likes to make fun of that. So
It's very Biden-esque.
is it Biden-esque? No, Biden-esque is Biden-esque is
my wife.
No, Biden-esque is, hey, we're on face legs and the sink is over there, and then
You're a Stone Creek pony boy.
Pony boy,
Soldier.
face liar, whatever, and the thing. Yeah. So that's Biden-esque. Anyway, moving on.
This episode brought to you by Altoids. I'm going to try to get him as a sponsor.
All right, cool.
Think I can get him? What about clips?
Maybe.
Can you get the clips?
What's up, Jay? Good to see you.
Jay in the house.
Hey, we got so the Fed is speaking today. And you know why you haven't heard shit about it? Like nothing. There's it's crickets out there. It's crickets. Pat, how do I take a loan out at 18? We're about to tell you. Good
Pat.
question. That's
You're
a
on the
great,
right path already,
that's
brother.
a great start to a conversation.
You're on the right path.
Occasionally I get emails from people all the time, text people from all the time. And you know what? That opening line is so important. And sometimes I get a weird opening line. And that opening line goes, all right, I usually don't answer this stuff, but that's such a good opening line. I have to answer it. Did you? What were we just talking about?
Everybody wants everything from you.
Everybody wants everything all the time. So, stock market dropped from FOMC. Uh-oh. Somebody knows. We're live right now, so I don't actually know what's going on. Okay, look. Well, the FOMC is talking today, and they may have already spoken. I'm live, so I can't see it. I'm not a newscaster, so I don't have news people in my ear. I don't have that kind of budget. News. Yeah, I don't have that kind of budget. But what I do is I study this stuff, and I watch the players in the market. And there was very low chance that the Fed was going to drop the interest rate. 96% chance, I think last I checked, what they were going to maintain the pause. So you have to understand that everything goes in cycles. It goes down, up, down. So we were on the upside of the cycle, and then the pause is the top. The pause can also be the bottom, but it's a pause. So last meeting, the FOMC said, hey, listen, the economic indicators are showing that we are going to hold where we're at, which means interest rates were kind of at the peak, and they said, we believe we've reached the peak of this economic cycle. How does that affect you buying a house? Here's how it affects you. Okay, so the mortgage rate is based off of the 10-year yield. Easier to say 10-year bond, but 10-year yield. So the 10-year yield, usually the mortgage rate hovers about a point to a point and a half, 100 and 150 basis points above the 10-year yield. That's usually where it sits. However, in the case of uncertainty, that spread becomes much wider, and it was up to 250 basis points for a long time, which is why we had 8% mortgage rates. Because of the uncertainty, the banks didn't know if they're going to make their money back, so they price all their money at the front of the loan, and they make a lot of money at the front of the loan. So that's the difference between the 10-year yield and the mortgage rate, and it was a 250 basis point spread, which is ridiculous. It's a lot, and that's why you saw 8% mortgages. As soon as the Fed came out and said, hey, listen, we're probably reached the peak of the economic cycle, all that extra fluff, all that extra fat disappeared. Boom. So we dropped 100 basis points in like a week. And every day we're going, hey, rates are better, rates are better, rates are better. Hey, things are going down. And I'm like, no, it's not really how it's working. What's working is the uncertainty is being removed from the market. And because it's being removed from the market, well, it reflects in the mortgage rates. Because remember, we all get our money from the same spot. We get it from FHA, VA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, USDA, a few others. But we all get our money from the same spot. Same spot. So
I don't want to stop you.
All right, go ahead, dude. Stop me.
Do a commercial.
Dude, all right.
They need to know.
If you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer. Chris and Lee are your badass loan officers at New American Funding. And if you want us to get to work right now to get you a house, text us, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, wherever you saw it. Just text us that to either one of these numbers. And once we get off live, we will send you the electronic applications. We will start you right now, and you've made motion. We've made it start. Cool. They can't hold for long. Hold on.
Where do we do loans at?
We do loans in all states except New York. We are in Riverside, California right now, so we know the California programs very well. My primary residence is Texas, so I know the Texas programs very well. And we have a big team to help us all the way through this. So if you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer, or better yet, just text us. Text me TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, and I will immediately text you back. As soon as we get off the live, I will text you back the electronic application, and you will be able to say you made progress. Cool. That's going to disappear.
Boom.
Anyway, so the fluff got removed about probably 4 weeks ago, maybe a little long ago, and we went down to about 150 basis points. It's still not all the way removed, because once it becomes a tight competitive market, the rates will probably hover about 1% above the 10-year yield. So that's what we watch. Now, the FOMC doesn't directly affect the 10-year yield. The FOMC states the prime rate, and the prime rate is where banks borrow from. But the bond or the yield has to compete with the bank, so it kind of has a weird reflect where it does. So rates are getting better. That's the point, and they're not happening today. I'm willing to bet, I don't know, maybe they did. If they did, somebody chime in. We got some finance guys in here. We appreciate all you guys. But if they drop the interest rates, I'd imagine things will be go crazy by now. We D&D our stuff, so we won't know till we're done. Anyway, go to next.
So what I need to do is acknowledge millions and millions of you viewers right now.
We appreciate
so
you
Jay
guys.
in the house, Pat McCrotch. How do you take a loan out at 18? Answer his question, man.
Okay, Pat. Wow, 18 and you're ready to buy a house. 18 and you're ready to buy a house. That's great, man. That is super great. Here's what we're going to need. We're going to need a 2-year work history. 2-year work history. Now, if you started working at 16, I started working at 15. If you started working at 16 and you've been working for 2 years, even when I was in high school, I was working, and you have a 2-year work history, that will satisfy the 2-year work history need. Then we have to figure out what your income is, pull your credit, and figure out how to get you the house. It can be done. It can be done. Difficult, but I love helping young people that are very ambitious. So let's make it done.
All right. So rates dropped 0.25% since NSN Bizca.
Oh, good news. Good news. Did we get alert yet?
No. Jay said they can't hold for long.
Yep, they can't hold for long.
All right. Tell us about Flagstar, NSN Bizca. Flagstar going bankrupt?
Well, Flagstar, first off, did you know a lot of these servicers got hacked, but they kept it really quiet? Like Mr. Cooper got hacked, Flagstar got hacked. There's a lot of people that got, a lot of these servicers that got hacked. And people could not make their mortgage payments. So they're on a situation right now where there's a moratorium. If you didn't make your payment, it's because you couldn't. You could not log in. You could not send money. The hackers literally went in and froze their system. And they had no idea what to do. They're still fixing it, by the way.
Here's what I want to know. Are you guys on Android or iPhone? Let us know. Android or iPhone?
Cool.
We're on iPhone.
All right, cool.
Can you put household income, or does it have to be individual largest home income to apply? Ooh, good question. Like married couple, maybe a brother lives with them.
You do.
Okay, so here's the answer.
Test the phone.
Whoever goes on the application needs a 2-year work history, needs at least a 580 credit score, and that's it. We can then work from there to see if you guys qualify. We'll check all the debt to income ratio, but here's the answer. Whoever you want on the loan, you can put on the loan. It can be the whole household, or it could just be one individual. As long as you meet it, we'll get you into a house. VRVCHAV, can you put, that's the same question.
Okay.
iPhone, Tesla phone. Tesla makes a phone?
I don't think they make a phone, but they're about to. I think they're about to. Credit score or mortgage score? Crystal 1983. Credit. So a mortgage score is usually what's called a mortgage rating. That's A-way. Credit score is FICO. But here's the catch on that. Sometimes people come to us and they say, hey, I know what my credit score is. Trust me, bro. Trust me. That's what it is. Trust me.
So, Crystal, if your app is giving you mortgage score, then it's probably using FICO Model 5, which is what we use for mortgage. Credit score, in general, for credit cards is FICO Model 8. So
Or 3.
Or 3. But mortgage is 5. So if you got a 5, that's probably going to be closest, but you're going to want us to pull your credit because the apps aren't always accurate, okay?
And that's too techy, man. If you're trying to buy a house, you're not sitting there ripping apart mortgage scores. Talk to a loan officer that knows what they're doing. We will help you every step of the way. If you need a good loan officer, you're looking at them right now. You know how I know? Do we have clients in Florida? We have a ton of them in Florida. You know how I know? Because we close loans. We have a lot of volume coming in, guys. We have a lot of people that want to get houses. We have a lot of people that want to get qualified across the country. We have a lot of people on our team. Where's that list? Where's that little list you have?
Dude, I put it in a place where we can find it.
I know. I messed it up. So we have licensed loan officers that will help you on our team. They will help you every step of the way. These guys are all top-notch, like top-notch, the best. You can talk to us anytime you want, but we need to give you the best customer service, so we have a giant team. Ryan's on our team. Aurora's on our team. Gordon's on our team. Jerry's on our team. Sean's on our team. These are all licensed loan officers. The ones that are not licensed are going to be Martha and probably 4 or 5 others. Don't want to call them out until I get their approval yet. But we have a lot of licensed loan officers to help you in every single state except New York.
Yep. Sylvia G, what does red eye, red phone mean? Okay, moving on. How can I check FICO Model 5? Does that go on credit? I don't know what systems you're using. I don't know the apps. I just know what we use. Best way to do it is text us. Commercial time.
If you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer at the phone numbers on your screen. Screenshot it. Hint, hint, screenshot it. Hint, hint, screenshot it, and then just text us right now. We won't know until we get off live because we're both on D&D. But if you screenshot us, if you text us right now, as soon as we get off, we will send you the application. You will have a soft pull done, which does not hurt your credit. If you go through the application process, they will do a soft pull. And then you tell us, hey, we're serious. Now we'll do a hard pull.
Yep.
By the way, soft pull is bullshit. It's bullshit. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to get banned for words, but soft pull is bullshit. Let me tell you why. Sometimes I'll pull somebody's credit and I will get a 586. Well, what? 586? And then I'll get a 664 and a 668. Now, if the soft pull is only bringing in that 500 plus FICO score, I tell them immediately, you're not qualified. But I don't really know. I don't know, because in the mortgage business, what we do is we take the low, throw it out. We take the high, throw it out, and we keep the mid. In that scenario, the mid was 668. And that's well qualified for all programs, all of them. So soft score is bullshit. Soft pull, if somebody comes to me with a soft pull, I tell them right away, and I'm pretty harsh. I don't have time for sugarcoating stuff. I'm like, hey, you got one credit score, it's a soft pull, it's bullshit. I won't know. I won't know till it's a mortgage pull and I do a tri-merge. All three. Then I know whether or not you're moving forward. Go ahead.
Sylvia G, I can't believe we missed this.
Dude.
iPhone.
Okay.
iPhone.
Oh.
Sylvia G's
I
messing
love you,
with us,
Sylvia
man.
G.
You're the best.
Shoot, you're badass.
All right, so moving on. So to answer his question, call us. We'll pull your credit. We'll give you the accurate if you're serious about buying a house. Blanca Hernandez, I need a house as soon as possible. First-time home buyer. I need lots of help, lots of questions.
So Bianca, here's some real good advice. Blanca. Thank you. Blanca. If you watch us, you're going to learn a lot about guidelines. If you go through our account, you're going to learn a lot about guidelines. I'm just spitting guidelines. I won't actually know your situation until either I or one of my team members talks with you. Chris or Ryan or Gordon or Aurora or Jerry or Sean, all of us are working together. We're on the same branch and working together to get you in the loan. Every state except New York. But if you ask the questions right here, I promise you the questions you ask are the same ones other people are thinking. So ask as many as you want. You want to know what down payment is. You want to know what your credit score is. You want to know debt to income. How long do you have to work? Do you have to be at the same job? All these questions. We've answered them 100,000 times, but I enjoy answering them because if you do it correctly, you will own a home in 2024, and we want to help you own that home in 2024.
Green shirt user 2204, local bank financed house, and I'm done with remodeling. Where can I get a cash out refinance or do a HELOC?
User 2204, we're going to do a special commercial just for you. If you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer at New American Funding. You can get a badass loan officer by screenshotting the numbers on the screen and then texting and saying TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, wherever you heard us, and we will immediately text you back the online quick app, and we'll start you right now.
Dude, can you make your commercial shorter?
All right,
I got all day, man.
Dude, I do got all
Camacho
day.
94 is waiting for us.
Camacho 94. I'm sorry to make you wait, dude.
Is a HELOC the best way to borrow from your house, or is it better? Or is there a better way?
You tell them.
So it's an option. It's definitely an option. You can cash out refinance. You can do a HELOC. There's these other companies out there that said they'll put a lien on it, but they're not even going to look into the mortgages. So there's a lot of different ways to get your money. The question is, what's the best way for you? We're going to give you the options. You choose. Okay, we're going to put the options in front of you, and you choose.
Yeah.
So give us a call. User, man, this thing's moving today.
I know
These
it's
people
moving.
want to know what's going on.
We appreciate you guys on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Would collections or what other things would disqualify? So what are things that disqualify you from a loan?
So if you did a Chapter 7 less than a year ago, you're probably disqualified. If you have a federal lien that is not resolved, in other words, you owe $50,000 to the IRS, and you have not entered into an installment agreement, that's disqualifying.
Do collections disqualify you?
Sometimes, rarely, but child support may disqualify you. Doesn't always, but may disqualify you. But a regular, good old-fashioned Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Chase, whatever, those collections don't disqualify you. You're still ready to go forward.
Ready to go forward right now?
What? Yep.
Oh, Creepy wants to know, how does 5% Fannie
Creepy.
Mae program
Stop.
work
I
for
gotta,
a fourplex?
dude, how do you say, you know what my name's going to be? I'm going to be Creepy.
We know,
Yeah,
Lee.
I'm up with
We
creepy.
know.
No, creepy
Oh,
came up with creepy, man. Creepy came up with creepy. They said, hey, I want everybody to call me creepy. I'm thinking of the Creep. Do you remember the Lonely Island guys? They did the Creep song. That was great. Anyway, cool.
Remember the creep song? Okay, so how does a Fannie Mae 5% down work, man? Fourplex.
Creepy. Here's the answer. It's real simple. It's actually a house hack. Here's what you do. You say, hey, I'm about to move into a 4-unit. And I'm going to occupy the biggest unit. That's the rule. That's the guideline. I'm going to occupy the biggest one. But I'm going to rent the other 3. And I'm going to use the income from the other 3 in order to finance this property. And as long as it's going to be your primary residence, you can go Fannie Mae. You can go Fannie Mae 5%.
Diva Bella, USDA loan. What credit score is needed?
You talk.
Oh my gosh, you're going to love this, Diva Bella. You're going to love this. 580.
What?
580.
No way.
580.
No way.
580.
Okay.
Nationwide, guys, except for New York. You can do this across the board. Why is USDA important? Just to kind of share with you guys. It was built as an agricultural loan meant for farmers years ago, but today it's still used. There are designated zones throughout the country where you can use this loan. You can't use it just anywhere. And if you don't fit in one of those zones, do we have zero down programs?
We do.
Okay, because USDA offers zero down. So
Zero down.
there's other ways around.
But it is
This doesn't work.
geographically, you got to say that part.
I just did. I said
It's
there's a map where you
geographically,
can only do these loans.
it's geographically qualified, not just the borrower.
You got to tell them that it's geographically.
All right. I like to say the word geographically.
Alonzo, question. I pay $1,500, but I can afford $3K. What's the best way to go?
Well, Alonzo, if you can afford $3K and you can truly afford $3K, that's a lot of house. I don't know where you're buying. If you tell me where you're buying, I can tell you that's a lot of house. If you were in Arkansas, that's a mansion. If you're in some parts of Texas, mansion. Louisiana, mansion.
Middle of LA?
Middle of LA, not so much.
Not even an
That's
apartment.
a little rough. That's a little rough, yeah, in the middle of LA. But the way you start, it's real simple. Text us. Just text us. I'll send you the online app. You don't even have to talk to us. Just fill out a few things. There will be a soft pull. Soft pull does not really affect your credit. Kind of, but not really. Not really. And then if you're really serious about moving forward, let's get you moving and let's get you the house.
D-Nice. Looking for
D
a lender.
I love that.
I know,
D-Nice.
Me too.
D-Nice.
It's an old rapper, right? Looking for a lender. Credit is about $600. First-time home buyer, about $3,000 in credit card debt. Made $58,000 a year.
D-Nice. D-Nice. I'm thinking of that one skit where, what's it? Penn?
Lonely Island guy?
No, not the Lonely Island guy. Come on, D-Nice, help me. D-Nice.
Oh, Aaron.
That's Aaron. Aaron skit.
D-Nice.
You gotta love that one. You gotta love that. Dude, you moved it. I'm trying to catch up with
It's
all the
D-Nice,
questions.
bro. It's D-Nice.
D-Nice, okay. So, if you're looking for a lender, D-Nice, there's a lot of things you should take into consideration, okay? We'd like to try and earn your business. That's straight up, on the table, earn your business. But if you don't use us for some reason, I think you're a little crazy, but if you don't use us, go to a lender that's not afraid to be called out in the world, that will tell you the guidelines. That doesn't go, I have to check into that. Oh, they recently changed the guidelines. And then you find out, no, they weren't recently. You just recently learned that the guideline was that way. So find somebody that actually knows it. There's a lot of people on TikTok. I follow like 3 or 4 lenders that I'm big fans of. Big fans. One of them is my direct competitor up north in California. And when she puts stuff out, I'm just like, that was good. I really like your stuff. And I believe she knows her stuff because she's not afraid to put it out there. If you got a lender who's kind of quoting you, there's a lot of money in this business. A lot of money. If you're a great loan officer, I know a lot of loan officers that make over $1 million a year. $1 million a year. But you have to really know your stuff, because if you're wrong, you hurt people. And you have to make sure you choose somebody that doesn't hurt somebody. We're here for you.
Okay, we got one on Instagram.
Okay,
we
cool.
Got Liz Cole 23 looks like loan for 18-year-olds.
Yes, we do. We can do an 18-year-old. The guideline says I need 2-year work history. If you have a 2-year work history, that's the catch that catches most 18-year-olds, but doesn't catch all of them. Some young people left their home and got into a trade and make a fortune because they had to. They make a fortune. The guideline does not allow us to discriminate for age. That's young and old. So old is relative, young is relative, but legal age is 18. You're legally able to enter a contract at 18 years old. The next catch is, do you have a 2-year work history that I can prove? Not trust me, bro, I worked. Prove. If you've got that, yes, it can be done. I've had a 91-year-old say, hey, I'd like to do a 30-year mortgage. Is there a problem with that? I'm like, not only is there not a problem, it will be illegal. And you would be very rich for the remainder of your life if they discriminate against you. Yes. So they can't. It's illegal.
Blanca Hernandez, you're welcome. And she says, thank you for answering. Here's a little bit about me. I have good credit, over 600, but I haven't saved. What's the solution, Lee?
Blanca, in that situation, there's a few things that we can do. The big one right now, if you're in California, there's something called the Dream for All program. The Dream for All program, it sounds amazing. If you listen to the loan officers on TikTok, it sounds amazing. You think it's the second coming, but it's not. It's a program that could help you, Here's how it works. If you're going to buy a $500,000 house, $500,000, the new Dream for All program in California says they will help you with 20%. Simple math, that's $100,000. $100,000.
Dang.
$100,000.
That's a lot of money, man.
That's a lot of money.
You're going to give me that?
No, I'm not going to give it to you.
My
no.
bad.
See, because you are now in business with the state of California. State of California says, hey, yeah, here's $100,000. Oh, by the way, there's a few catches to this. One, I want interest on it. Now, you know what? Scratch the interest. I don't want interest. I want appreciation. As your house appreciates, you and I, we're going to make some money together. All right. Okay, cool. And
remember exactly where you're at. There's a lot of questions here. We're going to get to all of you, so just hang tight.
You messed me up.
Proceed.
Okay, cool. And I really want you to succeed with this program. If you're a first-time home buyer. Wait a minute. First-time home buyer? Yes, you have to be a first-time home buyer. You can't, the old rules for a first-time home buyer is can't have owned a home in the last 3 years. But California Dream for All is a little different. They want you to never have owned a home in the history of your life. Just you? No, your family members too. So it's a little, but if they do, if you qualify for this, Blanca, $100,000. You're in business with the state of California, but here's the most important part. You're a homeowner. That's the most important part. Are you in business with the state of California? Kind of. Do they want the money back? Yes, but if you're poor through what's called the AMI, if you make less than this, they'll take less money back. So there's these guidelines. But here's the big thing. You're a homeowner and you have equity appreciation. You have the write-offs. You have all the things that homeowners have, and that's your entry into home ownership. So we would love to help you, Blanca. Just text us. Text us, TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, wherever you saw us. Text us, and when we get done with this, we won't even call you. We're just going to text you immediately the app. And all you do is fill out the first few lines on the app, all of it if you can, but at least start with the first few lines. We'll do a soft pull on you, and we'll tell you where you actually stand.
Okay, so y'all can get me cash refinance and pay off my first mortgage?
You talk.
User 2204, the answer is yes. We can do that for you. We can absolutely do that for you. As a matter of fact, right now, it's very popular. Taking money out, doing streamlines. A full refinance, not necessarily, because everyone's waiting for that rate. But yeah, absolutely. We do it every day. Camacho94 followed the host.
Thank you, Camacho94. We appreciate you.
He said, you guys are cool. Now following.
All right. We appreciate you, Camacho.
Anna, do student loans disqualify you?
Oh, good question, Anna. Very good question. Very good. Almost everybody we pull has some version of a student loan. Almost everybody we pull. And most of them are on deferment. But we can't just go with deferment. The answer, real simple, is it doesn't disqualify you. It is a factor that we have to factor in. And depending on the type of loan, if it's an FHA loan, I think it's 0.5%. If it's a conventional, it's 1%. I think so, right? 1%. And if it's VA, I can do reporting. Now, they change these guidelines all the time. Sometimes they want fully amortized, and you have to go to...
We're going to get called out on this one, so we got to clear it up.
All right,
Freddie
cool.
will go 0.5%.
Freddie will go 0.5%. Freddie will go 0.5%. Every single one of these has a different criteria, and we know them. And the truth is, because we work the loans, I'll go, hey, what's the guideline on this? I'm not just trusting myself. Yeah, we work together. We figure out these loans, and we will get you the best possible package that you can get. So don't let that student loan slow you down from attempting to buy. Let's attempt. If there's a hurdle, let's make sure it's a real hurdle, not a one that you just figured out could be a hurdle.
Creepy says, creepy.
Okay, creepy.
Thank you guys. Can't wait for September for my 2-year work history and do my loan with you guys.
Creepy. We're here for you. You should probably start right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, don't wait.
Send in the application. Let's pull your credit. If we have 2-year work history, that's great, but we'll know. We will know exactly what to do. We'll solve all the problems.
But there are income caps for USDA, right?
DD. Yes.
It's all geographical.
Yes. And there's income caps for almost all down payment assistance programs. Maybe not platinum, but there's almost all. Is there a cap on platinum? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Is there? Okay. So here's the thing. The government or the programs or whatever, whoever's doing it, sometimes it's a nonprofit organization, sometimes it's a county, sometimes it's a government. But they step in and they say, hey, listen, we want to help somebody who needs help. Now, if you walk in and you go, I make $350,000 a year net, you don't need help. And you don't qualify for these programs. If you're in LA, get this. This is hilarious. If you're in LA and you make $180,000, they're like, yeah, this person doesn't make enough money. They don't make enough money. We'll help them. If you make $190,000, they say you make too much money. So there are caps. They're across the board all the way. I've seen them at $55,000 all the way up to $188. It's the biggest I've seen. $188, about right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, I've seen them in the 200s. There's some, depending on where you live, that number just goes.
Cool.
Alonzo's in Bakersfield, CA.
We love Bakersfield. We love working on loans in California. There's a lot of programs for California.
One of my favorite country singers is out of Bakersfield. You know who that is?
Buck Owens?
Dwight Yoakam.
No, it's Buck Owens. Dwight did a retake with Buck. Dude, you don't even know.
I'm not from that
You
era.
don't even know.
You got to be born in 1772 to know that answer. Lee Formento, planning on purchasing a lot, then hire a builder to build a house. Can I loan me money for that house? I'm assuming he's called me a hoe.
He called you a hoe, dude. He just straight called you a hoe.
Hey, what? Have a pass.
Lee, Lee calls him a hoe all the time. You call him a hoe. I think he's a hoe. Anyway, that's the old me. I'm not a hoe no more. Okay, Lee. Here's how it works. Quick answer, no. But the more complicated answer is you need a construction loan to build a house. Then you have something called a takeout loan. The construction loan won't go 30 years. It goes long enough for the construction. It's very high interest rate and not very favorable terms, but you need it. And there's a bunch of criteria to get that construction loan. But inside of that, if you plan it correctly, your construction loan gets taken out by what's called a takeout loan. And that's going to be Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, sometimes USDA, usually not. But VA does do a takeout loan. VA has a special way to build. There's actually a way to do a construction loan, takeout loan, VA, and it's a very in-depth process. I've never done one of those. Anyway, yes, I've done a lot of 203Ks though.
Diva Bella, okay, can I get a USDA loan with someone if I'm not married?
Diva Bella. Are you both going to live in the house?
6782 to be exact.
Are you both going to live in the house? Are you both going to be occupant co-borrowers? Occupant means I live there. Co-borrower means I'm borrowing with you, and you're going to be co-owners. If the answer to those questions is yes.
The answer is yes.
Easy,
oh my
easy.
gosh.
DSCR interest rates. Oh my God. DSCRs. What do you think?
Okay, so here's how I'm going to answer that one.
Last one you priced?
The market's moving right now as we speak. Text us.
Yep.
Text us. We'll get you real data because the market's moving. The Fed's probably speaking. Yeah. There's things that are happening. So
By the way,
it's going to be higher than traditional financing.
Yeah.
Just know that.
Yep.
It's usually 1 to 3% higher depending on where you're at.
Good.
And this person, with prayer hands, says, I need a lender.
A leader or a lender? Okay. I'm in San Antonio. Love San Antonio. San Antone. That's how you say it.
Okay.
San Antone. My primary residence is in Texas. I love Texas. We might be our own country real soon. It's fun to watch this stuff. If you guys aren't watching this, we might be our own country real soon.
Did you
Governor
guys see?
Abbott actually went to talk to India, and I think we're favorable for BRICS. It's so strange. But Texas
Did you
has
see that person coming across the border that says, you will know who I am?
Yes.
That's creepy,
That
guys.
is creepy, man.
And this is because we don't secure the border.
Straight creepy.
If you lock your door at night, why
Yes.
are you not okay with securing the border?
What?
Anyways, Kirsta.h. What's the best way to find your credit score?
Kirsta.h. The best way and free way is to call a badass loan officer. If you need a badass loan officer, text Chris and Lee, your badass loan officers at New American Funding. We will pull your credit for free because we're trying to get you a house. We don't charge you for that credit pull. We will also start to build your credit profile. This will disappear in one. Dude, our timing's off. What the F?
How many late pays on an auto loan are permitted on a credit report? On a credit
Permitted on the credit
As
report?
many as you want,
I've
man.
seen 30. I've seen 30.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, 30 in the last 30 reporting periods.
I think he's saying.
Yeah,
to
how many
buy a
can it get you?
house.
So the simple rule of thumb, JR661, the simple rule of thumb. Here's a simple rule of thumb. If I got 130 day late, I'm not worried at all. Not worried at all. 130 day late in the last 12 months, not worried at all. If I got 2, I'm a little worried. I may not be able to make that work. I'm a little worried, but I can still probably make it work. At 3, panic button. So kind of the rule of thumb, but everybody's unique. Because if you have 3 late payments, but you've got 700 on times, it factors into the algorithm.
Jamie, do mortgage companies accept income from Cash App? I'm self-employed and my income comes from Cash App.
Jamie, great news for you, Jamie.
Great news.
Great news.
Fantastic.
Unbelievably great news, Jamie.
Pay attention.
Yes. As long as you reported it on your taxes, absolutely, 100%. We do. Dude, I did an Uber driver with $186,000 a year.
That's a good earning.
$186,000
How much did he
as an
drive?
Uber driver. Crazy amount. He said he literally had to get a new car the next year, but he drove crazy hours. Crazy hours.
Good man.
Yep.
Isaiah Spencer, 800 plus score. Good job, Isaiah.
800,
You're
dude.
one of the rare 800 club.
800, yeah.
80 G's a year, 18K down payment. How much can I afford?
Isaiah, that credit score is going to put you in a whole different category. But I would say you're starting at about 410, depending on your property tax base and your insurance, whether or not there's an HOA, whether or not you're looking at condo, and whether or not you're looking at SFR. But if all of these things line up really good, you start at 410 and go up from there. If any one of those kicks in a little weird, like I just did one yesterday with a property tax base of 2.9. Wow, that hurt the purchase power a lot. So that's it. Ready to go.
D Nice. I'm in Arizona, and 2 lenders said I need 10 to 15 G's to even buy as a first-time home buyer. Any suggestions?
Well, Dinas. My suggestion is, if you're not happy with those 2 lenders, let's get another lender.
You need a third opinion.
Yeah, you need a third opinion. There are 0 down programs. They're not all easy to qualify for. They're difficult sometimes. But you need to have a plan. And if the plan is, hey, come back and see me when you got 15 grand. That's the whole plan. It's probably not a good plan. There's better plans out there. So we will help you, Dinas.
Yep. Bonnie Powell, Ohio. Programs for little to no cash down. A broker told her that she needed to borrow money from family.
Bonnie. So, a broker. So not all brokers are qualified for down payment assistance programs. You actually have to be a qualified lender. Like, for instance, I know you're in Ohio, but in California, in order to be a CalHAFA approved lender, you actually have to be a lender. You can't be a broker. So the lender actually gets qualified. So the broker has to tell you to get the money from somewhere else because they're a broker. Now, there's pros and cons to a broker. Maybe they are qualified through a direct lender avenue that they have. Maybe. But based on what you just said, they didn't offer that up. So we think we need to talk. Yep.
Really? Okay. Travkey27. Trump 2024, he's giving away homes.
I want one. Can I have a home?
Yeah, seriously.
Please give me a home, please.
Tina Robertson, MISSISSIPPI.
We do loans in MISSISSIPPI. I bet everybody says that, right? Crooked letter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kid.
Deanna
Yeah.
Collis.
Uh-huh.
Hornet 97. Can I use income? Can I use increase in home value as equity to get PMI removed? Hornet 97 is a good question.
You take that.
It's a good
Roy.
question.
You take
It's a
that.
good question.
Good question.
So there's 2 ways that you could do that, Hornet, and I'm gonna try to save you some money. So if your original loan balance is the big deal, not what it's worth today. Your original loan balance is paid down to at least 80%. You can request to have it removed. If it drops to 78% loan to value, then the lender will automatically remove it as long as you're not in an FHA loan. Okay? If you're in an FHA loan, it's for life. If you're in a conventional loan, you can make this move and it's not going to cost you anything. That being said, if you're not quite there yet, yes, we can then refinance, use your current value, open up that spread so you have at least 20% equity in the home, 80% LTV, and then we can remove your PMI. So
for all those loan officers who are out there saying, hey, that's not true, that's not true. FHA, if you put more than 10% down, it will be removed at 11 years. But for the most of FHA loans, it's permanent.
Why are you answering questions for loan officers, man? We're
Dude,
going to help the people.
Because I know they're coming at you, man.
That's
the
right.
LOs like
That's
shooting
right.
at us.
We're ready.
They love shooting at us.
Dylan, are you licensed in Louisiana?
We can do loans in Louisiana. Yes.
Mario G, I have a 615 credit and make 80 G's a year. How much can I qualify for in California?
In California, you're probably at the 410, somewhere in that range. But that 615 is going to be a problem. Going to be a bit of a problem. We got to figure out why and if it really is 615. Because if it's 615 and everything else lined up, I would put you through my credit simulator. I have an algorithm that the bank pays for that says, how do I get it from a 615 to a 660 real fast? And I would say, hey, what I want you to do is balance share. And this is just a specific scenario. Balance share, I want you to take $5,000 from Visa, move it over to MasterCard. We'll drop the debt usage to less than 30%, and all of a sudden your score is going to go up to 660. Doesn't cost you a dime. All you have to do is some stuff. You have to move things around, move money around, move debt around. And then boom, your score skyrockets. We get you a house. Happy ending.
Does USDA have a construction loan?
So the technical answer is yeah, but it's really rough.
Diva Bella. Hey, you missed my question.
Oh my God, Diva Bella, Diva Bella, Diva Bella. I like saying that.
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself now.
Diva Bella, Diva Bella, Diva Bella, Diva Bella.
What am I going to do?
I don't know. Ask her a question. Say it again, Diva Bella. We want to work with you.
That's the solution.
Yeah, we want to work with you. Yes.
Prayer hands. Where are you located?
Where are we located? He's located right there.
Right here.
I'm located right here.
Right here.
Got any more questions?
Also known as
Riverside, California. But we do loans in all states except New York.
How does that work, though?
All you do is text us, and we get going and get you a home in every state except New York.
Sweet.
Cool.
Diva Bella, I'm in Florida. Only want a 2-bed, 1.5 bath. Just me. Friend and kitties. No kids.
All right.
How many
Diva
kitties?
Bellas.
How many kitties,
Yeah.
Diva Bella?
2-bed, 1.5 bath. Let's get you going. There's no way around it.
No. Chicago stickers. Can we work with you even if we're out of state?
Yes, especially if you're in Chicago because there's good pizza there.
Oh, man.
And it's cold. So it gets cold there. It gets cold in Chicago.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, not like regular cold. You think California's cold? Go to Chicago.
It's also very hot and humid in the
All
summer.
right, whatever.
It is. You don't believe me? Ask him.
I don't know, man.
Ask him. User 9372. How long does the process usually take? Question mark. I would love to work with you.
So, user 9273. This is a money-driven business, and I don't say they're trying to bribe us because they can't do that. It's impossible. But what I am saying is, if you called me right after this live, you called me and you said, I have a house I want to offer on tonight. I will do whatever it takes to get you all the documents over within the next hour. I'll have you qualified within 3 hours.
Okay.
Because we're going into escrow. Not because you're kicking tires and, hey, I might want to, because we have this gigantic pile of people that want to go shopping in 3 months, in 6 months. Well, those aren't at the front of the line. But if I have somebody and they say, hey, listen, I'm about to put a $10,000 EMD on a property, that's earnest money deposit, and they want to move tonight, everybody gets moved off the table unless it's a closing. Everybody gets moved off the table so I can get you qualified tonight. 3 hours.
Okay. Navy Mom said, man, you guys don't even say hi anymore.
What's up, Navy Mom? Yes, we do say
Rude.
hi. We do say hi, but there's a lot of stuff going
Rude.
on. We appreciate you very, very
We
much.
Know. We know. Do you guys have tiny homes on the market? Well, we can hook you up with someone that can help you find one.
Yeah, and ADUs is a big deal right now. I'm actually building an ADU. It's a lot of work.
All of you that are liking, sharing, and following, we love you guys. Keep doing it. It helps us pump the algorithm so we can ask more questions.
Yes, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on YouTube. We are here to answer your questions. We try and take questions from all the platforms.
All right. MB, how much can I afford? 645 score, I think. 20,000 and I make 131 a year.
131,000.
Wow,
Shoot,
MB, good job.
You're probably starting at
Happy for you.
590, probably 590. And I actually believe that you might be able to go higher, and loan limits are going to kick in and stop you depending on where you reside. If you're in LA, Orange County, or San Diego County, those are very high loan limits. San Francisco, a few other counties are very high loan limits. But if you start getting outside of that, the loan limits drop down. So it's going to depend where you're at, but you're in the fives easy all day long.
You know what? We got real players
maybe
today,
sixes.
man.
Maybe sixes.
We got
Cool.
real players. We got Navy Mom. We got MB. We got DD. Listen to this.
What? DD?
Texas, 170K a year, 850 credit score, 20K saved, DPA. I only see low-income DPA. My point in saying this is there's some really good high earners in here today, guys. I'm proud of all you.
So DD. So if you're at 170, you're probably right at the cap level in Texas. You're probably right in the cap level, depending on the county that you're buying in. So we'd have to run the algorithm with the county. If you have 20K saved, 20K on a 3.5% FHA, that's a $700,000 house. It's $600,000 house. $600,000 house. That's a $600,000 house with the 20K. In this market, if you have a great realtor, we can get the closing costs negotiated in, and you're good to go. You don't need that much reserves, not even a full month with FHA. With that kind of credit score, golden.
Golden. I eat Caesar salad. I love these names, guys. I love these names. I eat Caesar salad. I love it. How can I not call that out? How can I not read it? What
Oh,
home
God,
could
we're
you
gonna get
afford
banned.
with 20,000 down
We're
payment,
gonna get banned.
7 credit, 100 a month debt, and 55K a year salary?
Well, the 55K a year is probably going to put you 280, but there's a lot more to factor in. A lot more. I have to check what your back-end ratio is because of your revolving debt. Are you financing a car? If so, that's going to drop your credit. That's going to drop your qualifying by a lot. The only way you can really find out is to call a badass loan officer. How are they going to get a badass loan officer?
Right here.
If you need a badass loan officer, call badass loan officer at Chris and Lee.
Right here.
Yeah, right here. Right. Chris and Lee. New American Funding has 2 badass loan officers named Chris and Lee. We have a giant team to help you.
Who are they?
We got people on the team. We got licensed loan officer Ryan, licensed loan officer Gordon, licensed loan officer Aurora, licensed loan officer Jerry, licensed loan officer Sean, licensed loan officer Chris, licensed loan officer Lee. All of us are here to help you. We can do business in every state except New York. Cool.
Booyah. I ate Caesar salad. Good job.
Yep, cool.
Rigo Renteria 2000, 724 credit score, have 10 G's saved. I'm 22, been working at my job for 2 years. What should I do?
You need to call us today.
Dude, I'm proud of you.
Today. 10G in savings.
Rigo Renteria.
300K like FHA right now. No special programs. No nothing. You're ready to go right now on a 300K based on down payment. I need to know some more stuff because I have to check in, calculate your debt to income ratio, what your revolving debt is, whatever, but we can get you going. Let's start the process right now.
I got a new goal in life.
All
now.
right, cool.
Got
What's
a
your
whole
goal?
new goal in life.
You want to be
Rigo
18 again?
Renteria, if I could do that, like do it. Rigo Renteria, have all your friends hop in here one day. All your friends. I want to have all the youth get into houses because I didn't get a house until I was older than you guys. I want you guys to buy houses because it's possible, and all you need is someone to give you the direction.
Yes.
That's all you need.
Let's do it.
Have everyone hop in here.
Let's do it.
Crystal 1983, have you seen any positive or negative effects with the Biden student loan forgiveness?
I've seen a lot of people go crazy. I've seen people go, I'm getting my loans forgiven. Can you ignore them? No, I can't. They didn't forgive my loans. Do we have to change it? No, because I never ignored them in the first place. Bunch of crap, politics, and if you really dig into that, you have to have been paying on it for 20 years before you actually get it forgiven.
MB, I live in Alameda County.
Alameda County. We love Alameda County. That's a high limit county. So it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ryan still needs that 1 million.
Ryan, we are here for that $1 million.
What happened to the 10
Dude,
mil?
you went from 10 million to 1 million. What the heck?
You're so flip-flopping.
And you know what? The funny part is if you need a $1 million loan in Los Angeles County, San Diego County, or Orange County, you're not even special. That's just a normal loan in those areas. It's not even high balance. It's not even jumbo. It's just a normal loan. Ryan, you're 25 years old. Dude, Let's make it happen.
1 million?
DD followed the host. Thank you, DD. We appreciate you. Hey, give us the balloons. Heart us up. Put a mustache on this guy. Do something.
Mustache.
Let the algorithm know
Cowboy
that
hat.
we are here to help you. You know,
want a
we haven't
cowboy hat.
logged in a couple of days, KK. We haven't seen KK in a while.
Yeah, where's our ambassador
I
for
don't
TikTok?
know.
We have our ambassador for Instagram over
Yeah,
here.
KK is awesome. Anyway, keep moving on.
Moving on, Agualo.
Any good DPA programs? Yes, there's a lot of good ones, but I'm not going to say good. I'm going to say appropriate or inappropriate. And the way I say that is some of them are silent seconds. Some of them are like straight, you get to forget the loan after a certain amount of years, but the interest rate is higher. So there's a catch to everything. Catch to everything. So it's appropriate or inappropriate. We need to figure out your file and then figure out which program works for you.
Mr. Abel, do you do construction loans? I own 4.62 acres free and clear, $205,000, and have 100K in savings.
Mr. Abel, we'd like to help you directly with a construction loan, but we can't. We do regular conventional conforming. That being said, we do have connections. So text us.
Yep. Ryan, 10 million if I can find 5 people. Okay, let me help you guys with Ryan's talking about, okay? So what Ryan's talking about is if you get units. If you get units and you're a first-time home buyer, then yes, you are able to get renters to pay for some of your mortgage. But if you're buying a house without units and you're just putting people in rooms, that does not count. The only way you can do that is to show that you have rental history by proving it on your taxes. And if you're proving it on your taxes, it must be positive income in order to use it. People use their renters to lose money, to write off, to take deductions, but you can't do that. You have to show positive income. Blanca Hernandez, do you guys help with mobile homes? I'm going to take a step back because Lee's about to let off on this one.
Okay, mobile homes. If it's on wheels, it's not real estate. If it can be quickly put on wheels, it's not real estate. So, if it's on wheels, mobile home, it's not conventional conforming loan. FHA won't do it. VA won't do it. Fannie Mae won't do it. Freddie Mac won't do it. USDA won't do it. None of these guys will do it. However, if that mobile home meets a requirement, and the requirement is it's affixed to a permanent foundation, the wheels are gone, and you can't easily put it back on wheels. Wheels are gone. They're gone. They're gone. And you have it affixed to a permanent foundation, and you are buying the land with the mobile home, then the guidelines allow it.
And it's called manufactured.
Manufactured.
Not mobile. It's manufactured.
Now it's manufactured.
So Ryan, yeah, I agree. Lee really loves the dream for all. He says he doesn't, but he does. Let's be honest. And no, it won't work for 10 million because you'll probably be past the income limit. So there's that. So do you do land and home together? What is that called, Lee?
Land and home together is improved real estate, and that's real estate. So, yeah, but I think you're asking, can you buy the land separate and then buy the home separate? No, can't do it that way.
It's it together, so that one.
Okay, cool. So, all right, so
that's
all right,
called
cool.
real estate, guys.
All right, cool.
House on land is called real estate. We can finance it. You need to call us user 9372. Eladio Selena. Celine's back in the house.
What's up, Eladio?
Same as modular. You got it, man. Modular manufactured, but on our side it's manufactured because we have to click that manufactured button. It's the only option. There's no other option.
Bike for life. Your background is backwards. You know what? Thank you for that. Bike for life.
You should mirror
now,
it.
wait about 5 seconds. It's no longer backwards. Here's why. It's strange, but here's why. Some of the platforms flip the screen on us. Some of the platforms don't flip the screen. Our only real simple solution, if we're going to go live on all the platforms, because we only go live 1 hour a day, if we're going to go live on all of them, is to go backwards and then forwards, backwards and then forwards. And then our viewers have to kind of figure it out.
Yeah, I see, man.
I'm not firing at you. I appreciate you, Bike Life. Next thing, if you're a lover, we appreciate you. If you're a hater, you're going to find 2 typos. 2 typos. When I originally discovered them, and somebody pointed them out, I realized they were watching the whole feed, and I was like, ooh, this helps me keep my viewers here. So if they're coming out to hate at me, I wait till they find both typos. Very few people find both.
I know what you meant, user 9372. I know exactly what you meant. I got your back. But you know what time it is, Lee?
Uh-huh.
It's time to peace out.
No way.
Yep,
dude.
let's go.
All right, cool. Hey, we appreciate you guys. We've been Chris and Lee. Remember, text us. We will get you going. We'll get you a new home. You're going to screenshot this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you tomorrow.
Cheers, guys.